All right, everybody. Good morning. I hope you are having a great day. Best of luck to all of you that are taking AP exams today. So I have the results. They should be posted to AP Classroom. Please double check your scores. Let's see if you can aim for 25 out of 45 or better. If you are lower than the 25, then you really need to look at the rationale descriptions on the answer choices in AP Classroom, or look at your previous progress checks, or let's make sure that if you can find some resources for multiple choice study, that we do that. Just because 25 out of 45 is about 50% ish, it's maybe a little bit more. And that's what you need to make sure that you pass that portion. Okay, so I reposted the AP Lang information for tomorrow, along with that pre-writing strategy. But then I have all of these folders, and so I don't need you to go through everything, but everything has all of the resources. So I linked all the prompts, the rubric, and the commentary with a sample essay. So that way, in case you want to go through any of the essay samples, you have them. And if you want to review the rubrics and sample prompts, okay, use what you need. Don't overwhelm yourself. I went through the AP Lang videos on YouTube, and I liked these three. I don't think you need to, use all of them by any means, but if you're still struggling with certain things, I felt like these were the best. So there's a video on how to break down the essay prompts, and just looking at what to focus on. That's a really helpful piece. Then I really liked the how to drive an argument forward. A lot of us are still stuck on like star style writing, and that doesn't necessarily move a conversation. And so I know I've mentioned this several times, but you might not understand what I mean by that. And this video does a really great job of breaking that down. And then the last video is revising student writing samples, where they'll take certain types of essays and revise them to meet the needs of the rubric. So don't overwhelm yourself. Some of these videos are quite long, but I would just use, start with the one that you think you need the most and then work your way. If anything, you can always start at the beginning and then maybe fast forward a little bit and look at the recap at the end. Do what works for you. These are just resources. So by clicking on this link, you'll get the whole AP channel on YouTube, but if you scroll down, you'll have AP Lang right here. If you're taking the digital test, then this is a really great overview on what you need to do. But if I click on this playlist,
A lot of people don't know this, but the best.
Nobody cares about that ad, sorry. All right, so on the right-hand side, you'll see the videos I was talking about. So here's how to break down a prompt. It was an AP live session, so the reason it's a little bit longer is because I think they were answering questions throughout. But like I said, maybe look at the beginning, kind of fast forward it a little bit. Maybe you can kind of speed up the playback. It's up to you. But that one's a really, really good one. And then you have how to drive an argument, which is a little bit less time, but still a really valuable lesson. And then, of course, revising student writing samples, which would help for the Think Like a Writer questions, as well as revising your own essays. They have all these other things, how to analyze quantitative visuals, if you have certain graphs and stuff like that. But honestly, because it's a synthesis, you don't have to choose it if you don't know how to analyze it. You know what I mean? And then you have some faculty lecturers here that you can look at. Honestly, I wouldn't waste too much time. Developing a line of reasoning is also a really good one, especially for those of you that struggle with maybe creating claims and understanding how all those things tie back to each other. But this is just, again, rhetorical choices would be here. They're all good, I think, in my opinion, but the ones that I specified in Schoology would be the ones that I would start with personally. Okay, so you use what you need. If you need videos, great. If you want to look at the rubrics again, cool. I know that in rhetorical analysis, some of us have asked about, well, what are the choices or the strategies? Like, do we have a list? What does that look like? And I know we discussed this back in our first grading period when we started talking about rhetorical analysis. And these are some of the things we talked about. We talked about the use of facts or anecdotal information. We talked about analogies or examples or specific details. Don't you dare say diction, with a strong use of diction, don't you dare, I will flip a table. Specific details, right, like, and such as what? Repetition of what kinds of words, what tone. Any of those things work. Personal experiences, personal observations. Personal observations matter because of their credibility. Do they appeal to emotion? Do they appeal to ethics? Things like that. Okay, you don't have to have like anaphora or things like that. Nobody cares about those terms. They care about what's happening in the language. Okay. All right, so whatever study material you want to use is up to you. You have a simple attendance question about what time you need to be here, what you have to bring, but other than that, it's a study day, okay? Those of you that haven't completed your multiple choice exam on AP Classroom, it is now closed, and the only way you can do that is by coming to see me in person for the paper exam, and you must do it here because now it's late. So now it's not, I'm going to pick it up and take it home. You have to do it here. If it's not during your regularly scheduled class period, that's fine. You just need to make arrangements with me. So final major grade, I think the majority of your grades should be completed. We only have a little bit here and there, and we're going to start prepping for AP Lit next year. Hopefully we'll get you your summer reading stuff. We only have a couple of weeks, if that anyway, until final exams. All right. All right, guys, I wish you all the best. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early, right, by 7:30. All right, have a great Tuesday. Take care.